Well, you can't win them all. Bruins lose 3-1 to the Buffalo Sabres. Welcome back to Into the Den, everybody. How do I really describe this game? The Bruins were pretty in control of this game. After the worst period of hockey they had played all season. And I am very much including that in the time that Columbus scored 3 on us in a single period. But let's start at the beginning. Let's start with the first big piece of news. Derek Forbort is being placed on LTIR. I forget what it is. I got this in the middle of doing an essay that I've been putting off for like the past 3 weeks. I am terrible at procrastination. But yeah, Forbort is on LTIR. So who comes up? Mason Lohrei. And Lohrei didn't have a bad game, but he didn't have a good one either. Lohrei essentially picked up exactly where he left off. Still very raw potential. We are still seeing some rookie mistakes, some very clear overcommitting of that freaking second goal. That second goal where I think where Clifton passed it to the middle for I think Skinner. I think Jeff Skinner was just right there. Everybody overcommitted. The only person back there, the only person who was there that could have conceivably saved that was Carlo. Oh, and but still, but yeah, Lohrei did not really have that great of a game. But he didn't have a bad one. But that's not the only big piece of news. The other big piece of news is that Jeremy Swayman is a little bit under the weather. He got a little bit of the sniffles. Everybody's getting him nowadays. It's freaking December, dude. Of course, people are going to get sick. And frustratingly enough, that means that he's going to be out. Now, there was speculation that the Bruins were going to have Tuukka Rask as an e-bug tonight. That didn't end up happening. We ended up calling up Brandon Bussi on emergency notice. He didn't end up playing tonight. He didn't need to play tonight because Ullmark did not have that bad of a night. But oh my God, the Bruins in the first period. Oh, okay, let's talk about this. Look, fellas, I know it's been 4 days since you last played, but for the love of God, try not to act like you just woke up, because that's basically how they were playing. We were down like we hadn't gotten our second shot on goal. Oh, like we got a shot on goal pretty early on, and then we didn't have a second one until like 15 minutes into the first period. And by that point, the Sabres had already had like 17 shots. And yes, they weren't that great of shots. They were not this was not necessarily like the Bruins were completely getting destroyed, but it wasn't exactly that we were playing good either. And eventually the Leafs, not the Leafs. Oh my freaking God, I said the Leafs. Eventually the Sabres end up getting one past Ullmark, but it wasn't necessarily that it was a good that they were playing that the Sabres were completely outplaying the Bruins. Although that kind of was the point is that it wasn't necessarily a high danger shot. It was mostly just they put so much on Ullmark that eventually something's got to give. 2, something's got to give. 3, something's got to give. I can't believe that I'm referencing Bodies by Drowning Pool in 2023. Whatever. The Bruins but that goal ends up getting brought back because during it all, Kyle Okposo pushes his stick into Ullmark's pads, and whether you like it or not, that is goal. Whether you like it or not, that close in a maneuver like that, that close in proximity to a goal being scored, means that is goaltender interference. It might seem minor, but remember when Lauko's first goal of the season was disallowed because someone had like accidentally grazed Bobrovsky's shoulder, and then he fired on net. Yeah. Now you know how we feel on that one. So we go into the first period. We go into the first intermission tied 0-0 in goals, but down 19-6 in shots. And yes, the Bruins are very much looking sluggish. The Sabres are not getting many high quality chances, but at that point that's on them. But also they're out like 4 players, including Rasmus Dahlin. So, and then at the start of the second period, Bruins, I think we ice it. So the play comes back to our zone. Dylan Cousins wins the face-off. Back checks it a little bit to JJ Peterka, and we will talk about Peterka additionally in a little bit. Peterka just blasts us on net past Allmark. 1-0 Sabres. Now, interestingly enough, not a single goal tonight was scored with a secondary assist, which, considering how eager the NHL is to give out points, you would think that a secondary assist is bound to happen. But no, not a single one. JJ Peterka's goal had only Dylan Cousins score on it. It had only Dylan Cousins as an assist. Tage Thompson's goal in the second. Tage Thompson's goal, like 17 minutes into the second, had only Connor Clifton on it. Oh, I guess it was Tage Thompson, not Jeff Skinner. Anyway, that's the second goal that I was talking about earlier. But yeah, Tage Thompson's goal only had Connor Clifton on it. Brad Marchand's goal, which, by the way, 5 goals in a row for Marchand. He scored the overtime game winner against Toronto, which I don't know. Check on Steve Dangle to see whether or not he's still screaming about that one. Then scored all 3 goals in the last game, the one that I went to, pretty much just on a whim. I got my tickets for like $50. It was great. So he scores the overtime winner against Toronto, and all 3 goals against Columbus, and then scores the only goal for the Bruins in this game, which is kind of frustrating. Lindholm is the only one who assists. Lindholm is the only one who assists there, and it wasn't even really that good of a goal from Marchand anyway. It was more so just like, Levi, what the hell are you doing? The Sabres try to clear it. Lindholm is there at the blue line to take the puck and just rattle around the end boards, and Marshy is right there. I almost thought that this puck goes off of Heinen. I almost thought that this is a Heinen goal, but no. I keep wanting to say Allmark. Marchand just turns around and throws it at the goal, and Levi just fumbles it and allows it pass. Speaking of fumble, did not expect the Patriots to be doing well tonight. They're up like 21-3 on the Steelers. Man, they are fumbling their own tank. Great. And then the third period happens, which I'm pretty sure advertisers were a little bit unhappy because there were like 10 and a half minutes of just straight no interruptions hockey. But there should have been one in like 3 or 4 minutes in, because JJ Peterka. Here is where we are. In a puck kind of in a puck battle, he just elbows McAvoy in the head, and that takes McAvoy out of commission for the rest of the game. No play stoppage. No, the play does not stop. Peterka does not go to the box. He does not pass go. He does not pass $200. He does not collect 200. Actually, he did. Actually, I guess he does because he did score a goal. But in any case, yes. If what McAvoy did to Oliver Ekman-Larsson was worthy of 4 games, this should have been at the very least a penalty or at least a fine. I don't know. No, the refs were not really keen on calling anything tonight, much like they have been for the past few games. But McAvoy gets his brain scrambled. Play goes on, and after 10.5 minutes of no stoppage, Victor Olofsson on a 2-on-1 and just blasted on Allmark with Owen Power as the assist. Yes, and from there the Bruins try to keep it going. They try to keep it going. They have like 3 consecutive minutes in the offensive zone. You should be able to score on that, especially when Allmark is pulled. And they don't. I don't think it's really a lack of trying. It's just puck luck. I don't really know what to say. I don't know what to say. But what I will say is that this game is not really indicative of who the Bruins are right now. Oh, yes, the Bruins have been struggling a little bit. 3 losses in a row. Kind of fuck you up. But this loss wasn't one where the Bruins were just complete ass. Yes. We were trying. We were outplaying the Sabres. It's just Devin Levi completely turned into a brick wall. Oh. And I know it's not really great to keep saying that goalies just turn into brick walls against us. What else do you want me to say there? But in any case, I don't know what else to say other than you're going to Arizona on Saturday. Hey, puck drop is at 1 o'clock our time, which means it's 11 o'clock in Arizona. Have fun with that. Anyway, that's going to do it for me tonight. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care.